Hi, everyone, and welcome to another great car here on the Car Reviews podcast with CollectorCarCanada.ca. Today we have a very fine 1975 Triumph TR6 Roadster, we'll call it, with the 4-speed manual. This one is lot 327 on CollectorCarCanada.ca. You can see it's finished in a glorious shade of blue. Over a black interior, vinyl seats with black carpets, wooden shift knob, which is always a nice touch on these older Brits. We'll get into all that interior goodness when we get to that part of the tour. But for now, it's lot 327 on CollectorCarCanada.ca, a 1975 Triumph TR6 Roadster 4-speed manual. First thing we'll do is we'll start it up. You can see we've got that engine cover ajar. That's because we have a separate microphone in there. So if you hear us fiddling with the sound here on the video, that's why. And yeah, so the ignition is below the center of the steering wheel. That's why you're going to see me reaching below to start it up. So without further ado, let's fire it up and have a listen to the 2.5 liter. Pretty eager, as you see. That would be the third start of the day. You can see we're not blessed with weather to take the car out for a little drive, as we like to do on our detailed listings. So we started the car for a startup video. You'll see the cold start video on the detailed listing. Again, it's lot 327. At that point, we rolled it out. We drove it out, turned it around, so that the car be facing the street here. And we also started it again because we wanted to get a few stills and videos, I suppose, with the lights on. But yeah, so as I say, third start of the day, but the car hasn't really run today. For the legitimate cold start video, take a look at the detailed listing for lot 327. So I think it's time where I'll go grab the camera. We'll get a listen to the sound of the engine idling and the exhaust as well. So I'll see you soon with that. So as you may know, the 75 TR6 Roadster with the 4-speed manual is running a 2.5 liter inline 6. You can see that valve cover for the inline cylinders. You can see the fans running right now too. The 75 TR6 was factory rated for 104 horsepower. Also is equipped with 143 pound-feet of torque at 3,000 RPM. And feeding it is a pair of Zenith Stromberg 175 carburetors. I'm going to shift over to the other microphone now. You'll see me moving it in, and we'll get a good listen to those belts and the fan. Right, now we'll cruise on back to the rear and listen to the exhaust from a couple of different distances. You can see there's a twin exit on it. So we'll move back to the main microphone now and just speak a little more about this engine compartment. Current owner has had the car 4 years. He's done minimal mileage. Take a look at our detailed listing for the exact figures. We've got it there. I think it's interesting to mention that he bought this car off his mechanic. So those spark plug wires certainly look fresh to me. You can see it's got a Napa Legend battery. But I'll just say overall, a proper looking engine compartment. Nice and clean too. So that'll about do it for our engine tour. Oh, one thing I should mention too, it's got the dual Stromberg carburetors. Sort of a classic British touch of the period. So we'll shut the camera down now, turn off the engine, and start our interior tour in earnest. So as you might guess from our surroundings, it's a little on the cool side here in Waterloo, Ontario today. That's where the car is being offered from. Again, Waterloo, Ontario. We do include a link to a Google map on all of our detailed listings. You'll find that in CCC Vital Info. I only mention that because the top is down, but as you might guess, the vinyl top is not quite as supple as it would be on a fine summer's day, fine motoring top-down roadster kind of day. So it's a little stiff, and you can see it doesn't quite fit in to its dedicated spot quite as well in the cold, but certainly not to worry on the summer's day that this car is made for. So again, a 1975 Triumph TR6 Roadster, 4-speed manual with the chrome bumper you see here. Chrome looks good. I'll show it to you up close, both front and back, but it kind of gleams. It retains a good shine, and no pitting in evidence. And then down below, we've got a front spoiler as well. Also, looking quite good. I don't see any curb marks on the bottom of it, as you might see on some sports cars, although this one's not quite as low as maybe others would be that show off those curb marks, street marks. Moving around to the driver's front tire here, you can see it's got the original TR6 15-inch rims with the TR6 emblem in the center, and it's shod in a set of Infinity tires. It's a matching set of 4. I did already check out that the 4 tires are the same in all 4 corners. You can see Infinity there, INF 040, and then sizing here we've got 205, 65 with the R15 I already mentioned. And then it's got an H speed rating as well marked on the tire. You can see a disc brake underneath that rim. Neat piece on these TR6s I quite like is this British Leyland emblem just on the rear of the front fenders, just showing off some of the car's heritage, a subtle touch. Car's got an antenna, but it's not currently equipped with a radio. So should the new owner want to outfit it with a radio, the antenna is ready to go. One thing I did notice when we were doing our detailed photos, the XXX emblem appears on all 3 panes of glass. And it's photographed on the detailed listing for lot 327. We also got up close with the vinyl window on the top, so you can take a look at the pictures of that as well. Newer top. I believe the owner said it was replaced just before he bought it. Certainly our photos of it make it appear that that's the case. Take a look at those on the detailed listing. So over to the driver's rear tire. I do feel a little bit of a scrape here on the top of the rim, but another Infinity INF 040 205 65 R15 with the stock TR6 15-inch wheels with the TR6 emblem in the center. Another great little touch for emblem-wise is this TR6 inside the Union Jack flag. There's one on either side. Now here's a look at the rear bumper I was talking about. Good chrome on it. A Triumph emblem right here in the center. And then there's the other TR6 Union Jack emblem. Black facing on the rear of the car with the stock taillights, as you'd expect. And then, although there's a single muffler, a dual exit right here, as we see. And the metal looks pretty good. I don't see any hints of corrosion. And here's the latch for the trunk. We'll get to the trunk at the end of our interior tour, rather. And then, very simple is good with this fuel release. Just pops up like that. So there's a bit of a look at the top. As I say, we've got better photos of it. Still photos on the detailed listing. And moving in a little closer to the passenger side rear tire. Another Infinity at 205, 65 R15. Again, bit of scrape here. It's pretty light, but it's visible, so I wanted to show it to you. I think we've got drum brakes underneath here in the rear on the 75 TR6. We'll confirm that on the detailed listing. Again, lot 327. Didn't mention the side mirror on the driver's side, but these bullet-shaped chrome mirrors adorn both doors. There's a quick look at the one on the driver's side. Then we skip by. And then the matching British Leyland emblem on the back of the passenger side front fender. Another great inclusion. We'll show it to you. It's new in box, so we won't show you the actual piece. We'll show you the box. But there's a never used new in box tonneau cover included with the car. And you can see these are made for the tonneau cover to snap to. There are also some snap areas on the dash. So that can cover the car's cabin with the top down. So it would cover all but the windshield. And it's also equipped with a zipper whereby it can be driven with that tonneau cover in place with a cutout for the driver. And our last wheel and tire. Don't see any nicks on this passenger's front wheel. Again, a TR6 stock wheel here in size 15-inch. The TR6 emblem in the center. Infinity tire 205, 65. So that's a good look at the exterior. Next up, we're going to look at the cabin. See you there. A tidy cabin built for 2 occupants, driver and passenger. Nice touch is the wooden dash fascia and the dash cover, untorn, uncracked, good black vinyl on it. This ashtray was spotless when we checked it out earlier, and you can see that these pegs are in place to attach the tonneau cover I mentioned. Three spoke steering wheel here with the Triumph emblem in the center. Lights and washer controls over here on the left. There's some accessory gauges over here in the at the top of the center stack for coolant temperature, oil pressure, fuel level, and a voltmeter. In the very center, we see a knob for 4-way flashers, the hazards. And over on the left, the larger gauge is a speedometer, maxing out at 150 kilometers an hour. Let me try that again. It maxes out at 140 miles per hour. And there are kilometer per hour readings in smaller font on that speedometer. The odometer is reading just under 68,000 miles. Being that we don't have service records year by year for this 50-year-old car, we are promoting it as true mileage unknown, TMU. And then to the right of the speedometer, we've got a 7,000 RPM tachometer, red line at 5,800. And there's an oil and an ignition warning light down at the base of that gauge. And at the base of the speedometer, you can see a blue high beam indicator and the green for the turn signal indicators. A few controls in the center. You can see there's a defroster, and then the blower on the left side. Over on the right, there's a heat control and the choke. And there are labels below those, a dome light down below. But one thing the owner wanted us to show you, is that there is this small crack here in the vinyl. He figures that that's probably where people put their thumb when they operate that choke lever, and 50 years of usage resulted in that. Wooden glove box door to match the dash fascia, and there are some pictures of the inside of the glove box on our detailed listing. There are some personal effects in it. I'm not going to open it right now, but among the inclusions is a owner's manual for the 75 TR6. Smart looking black original TR6 seats, finished in vinyl, and looks to me like this is an original carpet, certainly an original to a TR6, because it does fit just so. It also snaps down here. Oh, it's not snapped right now. Bad me, I thought I had snapped it, but you can see the base of the floor there. There's some pictures of it on the detailed listing as well. Lot 327. And there's an adjustment for the seat back and forth, as well as recline. They don't go fore and aft very much in terms of reclining, but they do go forward enough to access this parcel shelf in behind the two occupants' seats. So I think I've shown you everything on the interior cabin, as much as there is to show you. And let's cruise on back to the trunk. So operated by this push button. And I've said this before on past TR6s we've had on the website, but an ingenious way of getting that trunk to stay. That latches and props up the trunk. So you can see the base of that trunk lid looking very fine. And there's the new inbox tonneau cover I mentioned by Robbins. Kind of state-of-the-art brand name for these. And there's a part number on the side of it if anyone wants to check it out. We've got a photo of the part number on the detailed listing for lot 327. And then underneath this carpet and artificial floor, there is a spare, and underneath those rags are a jack and a tire iron. If anyone cares to see them, we've got photos of those on the detailed listing as well. Lot 327. So a smart looking car. I'll demonstrate how this closes as well. So if I pull the trunk lid up a bit, that releases and down it comes. All the doors, trunk lid and hood operate firmly and surely. So one last look at the 75 Triumph TR6 Roadster with 4-speed manual before we move on to some closing thoughts. So that's our look at the 1975 Triumph TR6 Roadster 4-speed manual. Again, it's finished in a really pretty shade of blue over the black vinyl seats, matching black carpets, and the wooden dash fascia. It's got a 2.5 liter inline 6 carbureted with the dual Stromberg carbs and choke control in the dash, as I showed you. And the 4-speed manual gets that power to the rear wheels. Stock wheels they are, the original TR6 15-inch wheels. And although there's an antenna with the car, there's a blank over where the radio would be, but the antenna is ready to go should the new owner want one. As well as a good looking top. Take a look at the photos on the detailed listing. Again, lot 327. There's a new inbox tonneau cover, which fits right over here, and it's got an open up for the driver should the driver want to drive with the cabin otherwise covered. So that's going to about do it. It's lot 327, and we do our best to be as current as we can in these videos. In case anything comes up, you're going to see it on our detailed listing, lot 327. So please take a look at that before Getting in on the bidding for this one, it's a 1975 Triumph TR6 Roadster 4-speed manual. That's going to about do it for this one. I want to thank you for watching, and we are going to move on to the next car.